Welcome back, guys. Today we're doing Job 5. You want to do a little recap for them?
Yeah. So Job 1, Job has all of his animals, all of his wealth, all of his family taken from him. Then Job 2, I think that he gets his body, stuff starts happening to his body. Satan gets full reign of his body except to essentially kill him. Then we have Job 3, which his friends start coming around. I think the wife comes around. Is that when
I think that's when the wife tells him to forsake God, or tells him to curse God, and then his friends come and they see him bald and crying. They cry with him for 7 days, 7 nights.
And then we got my phone's, what the heck is going on? Are we sure we're in 5?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, we are.
Job 4, we have the angel that comes down, basically tells him to keep the faith.
Yeah, we just, something appears unto him, yeah. Most likely some sort of interdimensional being is my guess.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Righty.
Maybe he was just hallucinating or something. Because
he's hallucinating.
Could have been.
Yeah, maybe.
He sure was in a lot of pain. Maybe he was like taking heroin or something for the pain. Poppies.
Just maybe.
Well, I don't think they knew about the poppy seed there, did they?
No.
That's why Jesus referenced the mustard seed as the smallest.
Yep.
Okay.
So wouldn't have even known what he was talking about. What? I said that they wouldn't have even known what he was talking about.
Right. So we are in Job 5 right now. Okay. Verse 1. Call now if there be any that will answer thee, and to which of the saints wilt thou turn? First verse, we got something weird.
Yeah, I know. Call now if there be any that will answer thee, and to which of the saints wilt thou turn?
To which of the saints wilt thou turn? So this is they're kind of assuming that saints can do something. Saints can respond or intervene after they're dead.
See, who's speaking right now? It says call now.
I think it's still the angel from the last chapter. Yeah, it's still the angel from chapter 4.
I don't think he means like let's keep reading and then we'll come back to that. Let's read the next couple verses. I don't know if he's necessarily saying that.
All right. Well, I'm not saying that he is suggesting that's possible, but he's suggesting that Job thinks is possible.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I think he's saying. And then I think in the later verses, I think that he's, essentially telling him that's stupid. That's not smart.
We'll get there. For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one. Dude, got to be careful with those silly ones. I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his habitation. Whoa. Cursed his habitation. What do you think about that?
Cursed his habitation. That just means home.
Right. But how many times is the word habitation used in the Bible? And in reference to what?
Habitation. I don't know.
I think the only other time I've seen it referenced in the Bible is talking about the angels leaving their habitation in heaven.
Does it say habitation? I thought it was their first.
Let's pull out the concordance.
What do you say? Angels leave their first estate, I thought.
It does say that.
First estate. I think it's their first estate. And the angels who did not stay within their own domain.
What is that in Jude?
Yep.
First estate.
Oh, but left their own habitation. Yeah.
All right, there's a bunch of verses on habitation. There's like 50 of them. I'm not going to go through those.
Well,
But
yeah, I
just think that's
it would make sense because the law, that's what they use as like, that means your permanent residence, like someone's living there.
yeah.
And that's why, so certain crimes such as like burglary on on someone's home or something that isn't a habitat, so they don't necessarily live there, is a max 2-year sentence versus a habitation being a 10-year sentence. So there's a big discrepancy, and the law always uses stuff from the Bible. Like whenever a judge has a hard case that he doesn't know how to rule on it, it's called splitting the baby. Like he's trying to make a hard decision. It's called splitting the baby. Where do you think they get that from?
Something creepy. I don't know.
Solomon, remember?
Did Solomon split a baby?
No. So Solomon gains all the wisdom from God, okay?
Yeah.
Now, 2 women are pregnant. They both give birth. And in the middle of the night, one of their babies dies. So that person steals the other baby, okay? And the woman accuses her and goes, hey, that's my baby. Hey, that's my baby. And she's like, no, it's not. It's mine. And then she's like, yours died. Okay. Brings them to Solomon. And the girl's got the baby in her hands. Okay. The one that stole it has the baby in her hands and Solomon goes, how am I going to decide? Like he's thinking to himself. Then he goes, okay. I'm going to split the baby in half. You get half and you get half. Obviously the baby would die, right?
Yeah.
The girl who has the baby at this point goes, okay, yeah, let's do that. In the woman who didn't have the baby, that was her baby, she goes, no, I don't want it split in half. She can keep the baby. And he goes, okay, give the baby to that woman.
Yeah. He knows.
So they use that in the law. They use splitting the baby, meaning like a tough decision.
Dude, that's ridiculous, though. What woman would say, okay, yeah, you can.
Then our teacher's like, I don't even know why they use this, but hey, this is what it's called. And it's like, dude, that's like a huge part of the Bible, like where Solomon literally decides, and he's just so much smarter than everyone else.
Well, what woman would say, okay, yeah, you can split this baby in half? That's just nonsense. Like,
oh my gosh,
both of them would say, no, don't kill the baby.
Freaking crazy.
All right, let's.
Yeah.
I've seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his habitation. His children are far from safety, and they are crushed in the gate. Neither is there any to deliver them. Whose harvest the hungry eateth up, and taketh it even out of the thorns, and the robber swalloweth up their substance. Although affliction cometh not forth of the dust, neither doth trouble spring out of the ground. Yet man is born unto trouble, as the sparks fly upward. I would seek unto God, and unto God would I commit my cause, which doeth great things and unsearchable marvelous things without number, who giveth rain upon the earth, and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Her mouth?
So, yeah, and they also have a reference like that to her.
I know wisdom is female.
Wisdom. Yeah. Wisdom. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah. And iniquity stoppeth her mouth. I don't necessarily know if it's, some sort of anthropomorphic figure or
Who
if
or what is it referring to? What is her referencing? The poor?
and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor hath hope and the iniquity stoppeth her mouth. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth.
Their mouth there.
Yeah, from their mouth and from the hand of the mighty.
The poor hath hope and iniquity stoppeth her mouth.
I don't know. And iniquity stoppeth her mouth.
I don't know. That's just one of those things. The world
Stop
made
it.
it know.
Stoppeth her mouth.
By daddy.
Wait a second.
Mommy doesn't spank you.
I don't know. That doesn't make. I don't know. Who is her?
Maybe it'll say it again later on. I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
There it is again. Remember?
What?
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, and then in the 7th, what does it say? There shall no evil touch thee.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it's just always 7s, right? 6s and 7s.
Yeah.
And then when Jesus comes, you got 3s, lots of 3s everywhere.
See, I think they made it too easy on Job when they told him how long this would last.
They made it too easy on him.
They shouldn't have told him, hey, at some point you're not going to suffer anymore. Because now he's like, all right, I only have to deal with this for so long.
Well, yeah, but at what point do you say enough's enough, though? So, like, at what point is in human nature, what point do you break?
Well, that's the point. That's what I'm getting at. It's
Well,
like
he does. I think he thinks
would
it's
have
gonna
broken.
I think he thinks it's gonna keep going on.
Yeah.
And that's why he calls out to God and starts calling him out.
Yeah.
Like, I think he doesn't know how long, and he thinks it could last years longer.
Mm-hmm.
He's freaking out.
And I think it probably does last at least months.
Oh, at least.
All right. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin. So his tabernacle shall be in peace. What do you think his tabernacle is? I think that's his body.
Shall be in peace. It would seem so. Shall know that thy tabernacle, because they're distinguishing tabernacle from habitation.
Right. So habitation would be his house. And then,
Tabernacle.
but tabernacle is where they worship the Lord, or it's where it's the house of the Lord. So it's either his body, or this is like a reference to or this is just saying that him and his friends and family will be at peace again.
I think it's him.
Catholicism is the little thing where they keep the Eucharist, like the
Yeah, but Job wasn't Catholic.
I know, but I'm just telling you for you guys to know, because you guys don't.
No, I shall be in peace. I think he says that thou shalt know thy tabernacle shall be in peace. Tabernacle being a moving, something that moves. Yeah, something that moves and holds the spirit of God. That's him. That's got to be him.
It's got to be.
Doesn't make any sense any other way because he says, "And thou shalt visit thy habitation."
Body of Christ
and shall not
lives
sin.
within the tabernacle. That's what the symbolism is.
Yep.
Body and blood.
Yeah, because the Catholics always got it right.
Never said they got it right, but that part is kind of symbolic.
Don't mess with them.
Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thine offspring as the grass of the earth. Thou shalt come.
Whoa, wait a second. So remember, he tells Abraham, be numbered as the sand of the sea, right? The sand.
Honey, last time you did that,
He
Stars
said,
in the sky, too.
what?
Stars in the sky too.
And he said, thine offspring as the grass of the earth. So maybe a little bit tinier, a little less.
You think there's less grass on the earth than sand?
And sand? Oh, yeah.
I don't know, dude.
No way is there more grass than sand.
There's a lot of grass.
There is a lot of grass, but
There's a lot of grass, dude.
maybe in their time that would be a lot more too, because we kind of have.
Yeah, I think they had more land mass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that would also
That
be
might-
for sure, wouldn't it?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Abraham
Yeah.
was after the flood, right?
Abraham's after. Yeah.
So this would be before the flood, and this would be like I don't think that's something you compare. I think that's just saying you're gonna have a lot.
Obviously not that smart.
You're gonna have a lot of descendants.
You're going to have a lot.
Well, they end up being the same. Like Job's descendants are Abraham's descendants.
Yeah. But I think that is the angel still speaking to him? This
Yeah.
is the angel
Yeah.
saying, thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great and thine offspring as the grass of the earth.
He doesn't know yet, but thou
Wait,
shalt know.
So yeah, he doesn't know, but like he's pretty much telling Job, dude, you're gonna have a lot more kids. I know that you lost them all, but
Yeah.
you're gonna have a ton more kids.
Yeah. He's gonna have like 80.
Easily be replaced.
One woman.
Just like you can easily be replaced by
His
another husband.
his wife is getting replaced.
Just like you can be replaced easily by another man.
Does it ever say that in the Bible?
What?
That a husband can be easily replaced?
No, never. No, that's the doctrines of devils.
Lies and hypocrisy.
That's a cunningly devised fable.
Like you're speaking lies and hypocrisy, Chelsea. All right. Thou shalt come to thy grave in a full age, like as a shock of corn cometh in his season. Lo this, we have searched it. So it is. Hear it and know thou it for thy good. There it is. Job 5.
Job 5. I mean, I think that in these middle chapters, I see that I guess they're meaningful in a sense because they're trying to paint you another picture, right? They're trying to show, this angel comes down, he's speaking to Job, he's trying to enlighten Job, and he's like, listen, have faith because all these things are going to happen to you. I'm probably not even supposed to be telling you this shit.
Probably not.
Probably like, dude, I just see you suffering down here and
Dude,
Satan
this
has
is
a hold
like-
of you.
This is like in Corinthians when Paul says, I say this not by commandment, but by permission.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going on here.
Dude, I think so too. I think that the Most High, his God, he's like, well, if you get to send Satan and harm him, like I get to send this guy who gives him, a little bit, gets to show him a little bit or tell him a little bit, not even show him, just tell him.
Mhm.
Because a fallible mind, like the human mind, even if you're told something like, I'm going to give you $100, like, did you ever see those little clips on Instagram where people walk around with a wad of cash and it's like $1,000. And they're like, if you do this and you answer this question, I'll give you $1,000 right here. And they pull out the cash. Okay.
Yeah.
Even though they were told that they would get $1,000 if they answered this right, guess what they say?
What do they say?
You mean to tell me if I answer a question right, you're going to give me $1,000? I don't believe you. That's what's going on here. The angel came down to Job and he's like, I get it. You're not going to believe me. I understand that. You're human. You got a fallible mind. Like the belief is something that is the toughest thing.
So you're saying that these people on Instagram with a wad of cash offering that are angels?
No, not analogous, but
I understand now.
I mean to say that they even see it in the guy's hand and they still go, I don't believe you.
Dude, why not just like give me that?
Yeah. But I find it just human nature to like, even when someone tells you like a future event, like you don't necessarily believe it until you see it. Or if you've trained your mind, if you've trained your mind to, geez, what are you doing? If you've trained your mind to actually believe certain things in this world for them to come into fruition, I think that takes practice and deep meditation and things like that. But
yeah.
You walk up to just a random guy on the street, most likely his belief system of, future events is pretty hazy and, not definite at all.
But this is a perfect guy.
Well,
This isn't some random guy on the street.
yeah, but, and I think that for a time, okay, so the angel tells him that he's going to have these, children, and then they're going to have so many children that it's going to be numbered as the grass of the earth. In his mind, he believes it at that moment in time when the angel's telling him. But what is going to happen when the angel leaves his presence?
He's going to start doubting again.
He's going to start doubting again. Exactly.
The grass of the earth also includes seaweed.
Ooh. Yeah.
Now we got way more grass than sand.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot. That really is a lot. Dude. Yeah, so I was making.
They're throwing the challenge. They want to get this guy out, and they let him sit out. Basically, yeah. You don't think that's fishy? They're like, no, today.
So, yeah, that's stupid. But so I started making that document. So